All right, welcome back, guys, to another video brought to you by your one and only literary pharaoh. I made a flawed attempt at trying to do a live while I'm driving, but I guess you can't do a live. I guess you got to have a certain app to do that. It wouldn't allow me to go live while I'm driving in the car, but I can record a video as I'm doing right now, and I can take the video that I'm recording and upload it. But in terms of going live, I couldn't go live. And I wanted to go live and talk about this Epstein file thing. There's an Epstein file conspiracy. And I implore you guys to start thinking a little bit deeper and go beyond what is given to you by mainstream media. I've always told you this. If mainstream media tells you to go left, go right. They say go right, go left. They say go up, go down. They say go down, go up. Or as a matter of fact, if they say do anything, just don't do what they tell you to do. Don't follow the path, or don't follow the narratives that they put forth. Remember, guys, our most significant weapon against any oppressive system is the ability to think critically, and is the ability to have a mind to think independently from what these media conglomerates perpetuate consistently. What they do, they perpetuate narratives to keep us talking about certain things. This Epstein file thing has been going on for years now. Guys, let me tell you something this. And if you have any little children in the car with you, or if you're listening to me with children around you, I'm gonna curse. I'm sorry. I just have to curse. I gotta let it out. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna curse. That's low vibrational. I'm gonna intentionally choose. I'm gonna make the choice not to curse. Even though I'm upset, I'm gonna choose not to curse. I don't have to curse. So you don't have to remove the kids. Listen to this quote. It's not even a quote, this is my quote. They are not coming out with the freaking Epstein files. It's not happening. The reasons that you guys are giving, whether it's because there's a lot of big names that are in it, the whole world is corrupt. Those in power are corrupt. There's nobody in power today that's beyond reproach. Most people get to power by being corrupt. Everyone that's on that Epstein's list are part of the system, are part of the Department of Justice system, are part of the FBI, are part of Congress, are part of political leaders, are part of parliament leaders, are part of anyone or any enterprise or organization or any section of society that has the power to govern people, that has the power to influence or shape our lives. Anyone that's a prominent influencer or a leader by any stretch of the imagination, they're on that list. If that list comes out, the whole infrastructure is broken. If that list comes out, everything gets exposed. If that list comes out, you would learn that you can't trust anyone. You probably can't even trust yourself. The list is not coming out, folks. So stop talking about expose the files, release the files. The files are never going to be released. It's a conspiracy theory. It's full of conspiracies. This is what I mean by it's full of conspiracies, because it's irony here to me, because I think the whole thing is mixed up. In one regard, people talk about Department of Justice. They talk about law. They talk about things that need to be done to enact justice when laws are broken. And when things are broken, the law comes in to fix it, and they administer justice to make sure things are straight and things are in line. But what happens if that the ones that perpetuate these laws are part of a corrupt system? What happens if that those who claim to be the administrators of justice are just as unjust as the illegal narratives they're putting forth? So this Epstein thing that people are talking about, number one, Epstein isn't even dead. Just to let you guys know that. His death was faked. He's not dead. He's still alive. The Epstein files exist. They're never coming out. When they do come out, the FBI, along with the CIA, because they all work together, they both work in tandem. The CIA is just it's more like big time stuff. FBI is a little bit lower on the totem pole. But when it gets to be something that's major, and gets to be when it gets to be something that's a little bit more significant to the way the whole world is operating, then you're going to have the involvement of the CIA. So right now, The FBI is handling this, but the CIA is involved ancillarily, like on the outside or the periphery. They're there. They are an ancillary part to this whole ordeal. So what's going on here is that you're going to see the FBI handle this, and in decades to come, they're going to use this Epstein's list as a way to blackmail leaders. The Epstein's list is a blackmailing list. What I mean by that is that they're not going to come out with a full list of names. They can't do that. But every name that's on there are powerful people. So whenever a powerful person wants to do something, maybe that powerful person has a change of heart and they elect to do something different. Have a change of mind in the way that they're living. I'm just giving it a hypothetical situation here. And the list can be used as a bargaining chip or a blackmailing chip to say, hey, you better do this, or we're going to come out with the list, or we're going to come out and say your name's on the list. There's a handler of that list. The handler of that list is bigger than the FBI. It's bigger than the CIA. There are powerful people out there that have the power to influence things for good, but those people are far few in between. You don't hardly know. Those people hardly exist. The reason why corruption rules the world today is because leaders are corrupt. They just are. No matter how well you want to believe in their stories or their narratives, they're all corrupt. What you guys have done, you've bought into their narratives and their stories about how they're going to fix certain things that they've created, not knowing that both parties of whatever political system that you tend to indulge yourself in, they're all part of the same conglomerate, meaning that they're all part of the same coin, just two sides of a different coin. I mean, two sides of the same coin. There aren't different coins. It's one coin. Just like you have heads or tails on one coin, it's still one coin. The whole system is one. The whole global threat that people were talking about for years, talking about a new world order. The new world order has been here. This is how backwards we are. We're in the shit that we're professing to come. We're in the middle of the chaos that we are projecting to come. People are prophesying about things to come, but it's happening right now in front of our faces. When COVID happened, that should have been a clear sign that the whole world is underneath the global system, because the whole world was fooled into a pandemic and everybody played along with it. That's a global network. And these are the controllers testing out these systems to see how gullible the human race is. And what they found out is that the human race is really easy to control, because all you got to do is induce fear upon the minds of the people, and you can get them to do anything that you want. So much so that people run to hospitals to get toxins injected into their bodies, claiming that these toxins are going to heal them and make them, immune to a certain virus that never existed. The Epstein files exist, but they're never going to come out. Decades to come, decades from now, probably after we're dead, they're going to be talking about this Epstein file thing for the longest. And what's going to happen is a blackmailing tool. That's all it is. They can't come out with the names. They can't come out with all the names, because they come out with all the names, the institution or the institutions that are responsible for putting forth truth or administering some sort of justice, they have people that are powerful in those departments that are on that list. I'm trying to get you guys to understand something. The whole list will bring the whole system down. The whole list will incur anarchy. The controllers can't have that. But there could be some good that comes out of it for them on their side, right? Every time a situation occurs, you can look at the glass either half full, or you can view the glass as the glass being half empty. These people are looking at the glass as half full. They said, okay, yeah, we have a lot of names on this list, but you know what we can do with it? We can just use this to blackmail people, to put them in the positions that we want to put them in. You see, people who you don't know, not the celebrities, not the famous people, those people are just tools. They're pawns in the game. The people who control the game you would never know, you would never see. Even the most richest person, even the Elon Musks of the world, who isn't actually the richest person in the world, but they say he is, because you can make anybody the richest person. You can just give them a lot of money and use them as a plant and control them. The controllers are never seen. They're behind the system. Like when you're playing a video game, if you're looking at the video game is the main stage, but there's somebody controlling the game. Just like if you're watching a YouTube channel and you're watching somebody play a gameplay, right? If you're watching gameplay on a YouTube channel, you may not see the person playing the game because you're so immersed in the game. The people that control the game you would never see. This is all a big fucking game, and I'm trying to get you guys to understand that. That's why I'm always telling you guys that there's an extraterrestrial component that's involved in all of this. This is child's play. We take this so seriously. Those that are controlling it are laughing at us like these people are so stupid. It's so easy. I can see it a mile away. I can see that these stories are nothing but distractions. Nothing's going to come out of it. Nothing's going to come out of that list. Even when you guys think that someone's dead to rights and you think that they're done, they're never done. There's no justice in this world, folks. There's none. There's laws that are put out there for the common people like you and I to think that there's some sort of guidance and rule and civility. But in all, it's the wild, wild west. It's just given a veneer of civility. In other words, it's sort of like a classroom teacher who has a bunch of expectations and rules in the classroom, but enforces it just to keep control of the classroom. But the bigger problem is a school-wide problem that you have other things going on behind the scenes that no one's talking about. Things that are going on behind the scenes that are much more egregious than a kid talking without permission in class. So what I'm saying is that there are laws like traffic laws. If you run a red light, if you run a stop sign, if you're speeding, okay, those are minuscule stuff. That's child's play. And we have little cops to give you tickets for that bull BS, okay? But while we have these little incremental incidents of law and control, yet in the bigger macrocosm of looking at the whole picture, taking the whole panorama of it, wide frame, the bigger system is corrupt, but it has to give you a veneer or put forth the guise of civility and control. There's nothing civil when there's no justice. Immediately Epstein was alleged, all right, or claimed to do what he did, and he was arrested. And immediately the FBI got this Epstein's list. They should have came out with it day one. The fact that they have not came out with it is just a game. And you guys, like the robot idiots that you are, because you don't think for yourself, Epstein files. The Epstein files, release the names. Release the names. Why won't they release the names? They're controlling your brain. You're being controlled. The fact that you put yourself in a position to question why the government, the same corrupt government that are on the Epstein files, won't put out the Epstein files is mind-boggling to me. Why would people indict themselves? Why would a corrupt enterprise or an organization or a corrupt conglomerate, why would they initially or intentionally say, okay, I'm going to come out with a list that indicts the people that work within this organization? And then if the people that are within this organization are indicted, it puts a huge stain, a bad stain and a bad name on this whole organization. Why would you do that? That hurts your bottom line. It hurts the public's perception of you. It's just not a good idea. So the best thing to do is just keep the list hidden. The files will not come out. They will never come out. And I don't even think that the file matters. Nothing's gonna happen to these people. The only time things happen to people is when there's a motive behind it, but the motive is not for justice. If justice is what reigned, if justice was the end all be all, if justice is what we all ran for and went to, and that's what we strived to if that's what we strived for, and justice was this, yeah, we gotta have justice, then we would see the list come out week one. This is years in the making, and there's speculation of who's on the list, but who cares? Nothing's gonna happen. You have ex-presidents that are on the list. So in other words, this is what I'm saying. Every world leader, every important person, every famous actress or rapper or singer or whatever, entertainer, whatever the F you got, the people that you guys idolize, they're all on that list. That list can't come out because that list is a reflection of the entire system that we somewhat believe in, because we believe in the system. So much so, it shows our ignorance, because the fact that you are upset that they won't release the files is an indictment of your idiocy, because you believe that the system is just, and you believe that somehow the system will come out with the names because they're trying to find the truth. The system never gave a damn about truth. This is the same system that's giving you false history about certain races of people. This is the same history that brainwashes kids in schools and indoctrinates them. This is the same system that steals from you every day. It's a hypocritical system, but then they want to take people to jail who steal, but the government steals from us every day. It takes a thief to know a thief. You can't be a thief and get mad at the people that you're oppressing who want to steal because you're taking from them. The unfair tax laws, the way money is shifted, the bankers that own these banks, these wars that are fought that creates a situation where the bankers get richer, the Federal Reserve gets richer every time wars are fought. You think that they care about justice or peace? Peace kills their bottom line. Peace kills their ability to depopulate. Peace kills their ability to fearmonger in an effective way to make you make certain decisions that are not the best. War is profitable. Injustice is profitable. Peace and justice are not profitable. The Epstein files are never coming out, folks. Get over it. I don't even think it matters. They know who's on there. No one's getting arrested. You think that these famous people out there are gonna lock them up? No, there's a different world out there. There's a different law for those kind of people. They play a different game that we play. We played a common layman game where we follow these little laws or these little statutes that are given to us. But for the higher ups, the quote unquote elite, they don't play the same game we play. Two different worlds. They're playing chess, we're playing checkers. They're pawns that are being shifted around. Names, political moves, placing people in certain places and putting people in certain places and using, blackmail as a bargaining chip to get people to do things that they normally wouldn't do, making people violate their conscience because they are handled. They have a handler that's handling them. All of this is not devoid of extraterrestrial influence. The extraterrestrial element is there. I can't make the connection, but I know it's there. It's there. It's on the outskirts. If you look at prehistoric books, it always talks about extraterrestrial involvement in the ways of man. The involvement doesn't have to be heavy. Whether it's giving humanity ancient technology or alien technology that we aren't used to, then we end up as humans using it for something more nefarious. The government has always been in cahoots with extraterrestrials in terms of getting certain tech and getting certain weapons of mass destruction, or learning about certain things that are considered to be, well, they could initially be looked at as a good, but then you have people who are fighting for this type of power, which is something that initiates a lot of wars. These are plans, folks. These are all, it's sort of like me looking at a cage of hungry lions, and then rather than giving each lion a piece of meat, I just drop one little small piece of meat in there. What do you think is going to happen? The lions are going to fight each other for that meat, because the scarcity of resources or the scarcity of food causes them to be more animal than they are. Same thing with human beings. If you control the ecosystem, if you control the talking narratives, then you can control the psychology of the human mind. And once you've controlled the psychology of the human mind, you have them moving in a way that you want them to move. So all I'm telling you is that these Epstein files, stop talking about it. It's dead. Don't worry about Trump. Don't worry about all these people. These are clowns. These are just actors. I don't know why you guys put so much stock in the presidency. The government is not what you guys think it is. There's a shadow government that truly runs the world. And the government that you guys think runs stuff is just a proxy. It's a mask. It's sort of like me getting this, say this Nike box that I have. All right. That's like me putting this Nike box in front of my face, and you think that this Nike box is talking. But behind the Nike box is somebody else that's doing the talking, is doing that's making the major moves. But you never will see the real face. You'll see the box. The president is the box. The White House is the box. Congress is the box. Democrats is the box. Republican is the box. These are all distractions, folks. It's the box. You will never see the real face. As long as they keep you guys focused on the box, you can never see what's behind the box. As long as you guys continue to focus on the Nike box, you'll never see what's behind the box. They keep you here, you never see what's behind it. That's called distractions. That's called psychological operation. Mainstream media controls the world. That is the false prophet. When the Bible talks about false prophecy, because there's truth in the Bible. Even though I don't believe the stories in there, I don't subscribe to any religion. But the things that are written in the Bible weren't just initialized by the Bible. They've taken all sorts of information from different texts, different prehistoric texts. So their sources are voluminous. It's like a collage. It's like a sketchbook. They just picked out so much from different books and they put it into one book, which is why sometimes the narratives don't make sense. Like the Old Testament and New Testament look like two different books, and you have these specialized people who call themselves theologists who try to make the connection and come up with their own interpretations and just make up what they want to make up and say this is all God's word. There's no such thing as God's word. Excuse me, I almost cursed there. There's no such thing as God's word. The only God's word is your word. You are God. I keep trying to tell you guys that. But you guys won't believe it because you think it's something outside of you. Once you think that, you've lost. But yeah, there's some truth in the Bible when it tells you that the false prophet rules the world. The false prophet is mainstream media. The false prophet is these stories and these lies that all of you guys jump on. I see it. It's like clockwork. When the next president comes in, the next president is going to be better than Trump, then you guys fall into the trap. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not that smart. Why is it that everybody else, like, am I that smart? Nah, I can't be. Human beings are all smart. Am I that smart that I can see this? It happens. Whether it's Obama that's president or somebody else that's president, you always see it. Biden or whoever. The next one who comes in is going to fix the problem. You guys the problems never get fixed. You guys are being sold lies. Like, they need problems to be here as a constant. But anyway, there's nothing going to happen with those people on the Epstein files. The list is going to be used as a blackmailing list to blackmail those people that are on there. That's all it is. Because those people that are on there have sold their souls, and they are, and that's what Epstein was. Epstein was a CIA plant by the Israeli Mossad. No one even knows how he became so wealthy. He didn't become wealthy. It wasn't like he worked his way to the top. The story that they give you on Netflix is a freaking lie. Don't believe those I don't know, those documentaries. Those documentaries aren't true. It's a documentary. It's documented, and they shape it and they edit it to fit their own narratives. It's not that. They can get me to be an Epstein. Anybody can be an Epstein. They can just give you a bunch of money and say, hey, fulfill your wildest fantasies. And while doing that, I'm being blackmailed in the process. But they're going to pay me a lot of money to blackmail a lot of leaders. Those that have created the system, those are the ones that need to be investigated, not the people on the Epstein's list. The Israeli Mossad, the CIA, the American government, those are the ones that need to be investigated, not the people. Our system is broken. It's been broken. The only thing that's keeping it up are the human people, the humane people of society. The people that are humane, that are keeping their sanity together. That's it. Epstein files, they exist. Those names are never going to come out. So stop talking about releasing files. Just stop it. Kill that narrative. All right, peace. Till next time.